Fire crews and forensic photographers swarm the scene. A detective identifies the victim as Alex Gaidar, exactly the man the file says he is. It isn't an innocent man's blood, but it's blood all the same, and now there's a second body found on a transit bench to go with it. Shaken and injured, John drives home. He doesn't call anyone, doesn't explain anything. He just sits with his sleeping son for a long moment, then says a quiet goodbye to Lara's parents, still pretending everything is normal. Streets away, detectives are already combing through the wreckage of the robbery, working a crime scene that will eventually lead straight back to him. He finishes packing. Cash, tools, a gun, every map and photo torn down off his wall and destroyed. He drops Luke at a friend's birthday party with a vague excuse about errands. What he doesn't know is that detectives have just traced a cracked taillight from the robbery to a Prius, registered to a schoolteacher whose wife is serving life for murder. The net tightens from both directions at once. Detectives pull John's name and home address. And inside the prison, staff discover something is critically wrong with Lara, the very plan John researched weeks earlier, now quietly in motion. She's rushed to an outside hospital under armed guard, disguised as hospital staff in white coats. John and an accomplice corner Lara's guards at gunpoint inside her room. It isn't the clean extraction he planned. The guards warn him he'll be shot before he ever makes it out of the building. And Lara herself refuses to go along with it at first, won't put on the clothes, won't move, until John forces her hand. He makes her call Luke and tell him, in a voice that has to sound normal, that she isn't coming home either. It's a lie built to buy them a head start, a decoy to throw anyone listening off their trail, but watching her have to say it to her own son is its own kind of horror for both of them. The escape detonates almost immediately. Someone clocks that something is wrong, and within seconds the hospital is locked down, security radios crackling, officers pouring into the corridors from every direction. John and Lara run, first through the hallway, then down a stairwell, John holding the guards back at gunpoint while Lara moves ahead of him. They cut through service areas and past startled staff and out into the parking garage, police sealing off exits behind them floor by floor, closing in faster than they can find a way clear. Nothing about it looks like a plan anymore, just two people trying to stay one door ahead of a building closing in around them. Outside, it turns into a full citywide manhunt. John and Lara shed their disguises and melt into a crowd of hockey fans pouring out of a game. Exactly the kind of noise and color a fleeing couple needs to disappear into. One more jacket in a sea of identical ones. They duck down into the subway, but police are already broadcasting a description, blocking platforms, stopping trains on every line the moment word reaches dispatch. Officers fan out through the station, radios barking orders to seal every exit, checking faces against a printout that's barely off the machine, while John and Lara keep moving, always one platform ahead, ducking behind pillars, doubling back before a face turns their way. Eventually, the tunnels themselves become the escape route. They scramble along the rail bed in the dark, past warning signs and coiled razor wire. A train passing close enough to feel